Hey, this is WhyBeAre with BeamNG.drive, and today we're going to look at a Ford F250 Super Duty. Now, this mod came out quite a while ago, actually. I think it came out like almost 8 months ago, maybe more. And I thought I made a video for it when it came out, but it turns out I didn't. I guess I got my Fords and my Chevy trucks mixed up. And people are going to hate me for that so much. They're going to be like, you know, Ford is so much better. How could you do that? Or Chevy is so much better. How could you do that? And it was just an honest mistake. So, we're going to make a video for this truck finally after who knows how long ago it came out. And we're just making a video for it finally. So we're just going to take a quick look at the exterior, then the interior, and all that real quick, and then we'll start crashing it up. So there's the exterior, and it does have its own J-beam structure that was based off of the Gravel D-Series, I think, and it works okay. We'll talk about that more later, but it works okay. And let's go and look at the interior now. The interior is actually very detailed up, and I like that. Like the dash gauges and all that, the detail on that is great. Tachometer, speedometer works. When you hit the parking brake light lights up. You see it right above the PRND gear selection thing. And you also notice when we go into park, the gear selection thing changes right up here, and the steering column shifter thing changes as well. So like it has all those little details in the interior, and of course the gas and brake work. So I just wanted to point that out. It has all those interior details on this truck. It goes like all out on there. The exterior is a little less so. Turn signals do nothing, but the headlights do function, which is nice. And there is no brake lights either, but there is a backup light at least. So let's go ahead and do a quick crash with this thing, and we'll see how it looks. It seems like lower speed crashes usually don't have too much of an issue. It's usually the higher speed ones that have problems. So this one, it looks okay. It's a little unusual right here, but it's not too weird. Really the two main places I notice problems at is right here on the front, right above the tires, and then this back secondary door. Those are the sections that seem to be weird. Oh, and the tailgate. The tailgate's funny. The tailgate will just break for no reason at all. It's like, I'm tired of being a tailgate. I'm done. So that's the three main sections that I noticed kind of unusual in this with the way it crashes. But the other parts of it seem okay. You know, maybe a bit weaker than it should sometimes, but not significantly weaker. Like in terms of overall strength, probably just ever so slightly weaker than the normal D-Series. So let's go ahead and do an even faster crash. The last one was at 60. I want to do a little bit of a faster one though. 86. There we go. That's a lot faster actually. Oh well. So there we go. We got the back doors kind of falling off, and you see those back doors just kind of float. That's what I was saying. They're kind of crazy. They just float there. It's like, how you do this, door? What is this witchcraft? And now the truck is ruined. And again, you see the tailgate. The tailgate's like, oh, you don't crash. I'm gonna bend inwards. Like, why do you do that, tailgate? I think the reason the tailgate does that is just the way it's structured is kind of unusual. Like all the points meet right here instead of being like sectioned off into, well, I don't know. I think that has something to do with it, but I'm not positive. So anyways, let's just do some crashing and driving with this thing. So we'll try to do a gradual death where we, break it slowly. So like do something like that. Ooh. That bent it hard. See, I'm not sure what's up with that door. I'm not sure if it's supposed to connect from the front part or the back part, the way it falls off. Sometimes it falls off like that, where it hangs from the front. Sometimes it's the opposite. I'm like, what are you doing, door? I can't do the jump. This car doesn't drive straight anymore. And now it's upside down. Oh, that's not good. Oh, wait, we're right side up. Do you notice how bent this thing actually is? This thing is really bent up. I didn't realize it was that bad, but I did bend this thing up. Still driving though, because we're not hitting anything that's crucial to the driving ability. We're just denting it all up, and it's working great for that. Now the actual ability to drive though is being harmed because we can't go in a straight line. Oh, look at that. Did you see that? Oh, it's busted now. So you see those crashes, aside from that one door hanging on though, everything looked alright there. I didn't see any real issues. So that's good. Let's go ahead and reset it, get a new truck. And you know what, let's do this. Let's actually get a different version of the truck. There's nothing too different between the versions, but let's use the V8 all-wheel drive edition. And I actually think the V8 is faster than the V10. As weird as that sounds. We'll have to do a test on that. Well, actually, you know what else I thought? I think it says the V10 is a diesel. As far as I know, Ford doesn't have a V10 diesel in their trucks, usually. See, it says V10 diesel engine. And I have never heard of a Ford F250 from this year, or the year that this looks like, that comes with a diesel V10. I have never heard of that. If that's actually a thing, feel free to correct me, but that doesn't, I don't know, that engine just doesn't seem like something that Ford would do. Doesn't sound right. I don't know, I might be just crazy and it might be totally right though. But to me, that doesn't seem right. And I don't think they've ever done that. I should have researched it, but I didn't think about it until right now. It was one of those things I just thought of real quickly when I was looking through the engines, like, diesel? Really? Huh. I didn't question it, but now I'm questioning it, because that just doesn't seem like something Ford would do. Just doesn't. I know they have a normal gas V10, but I've never heard of a diesel one. So anyways, we're just doing this to do some off-road kind of suspension testing. Doesn't seem to be a problem here. It is a truck after all, so it shouldn't have issue. It will have an issue getting down, though. It flipped itself over. Come on, truck. What is that? Get upright. I don't know when this happens. That menu always pops up again. It's like, hey, I'm back. I don't need you. Go away. Okay, I'm sorry, WhyBeAre. I'm just trying to help. I don't care. I'm just going to come back. See, why do you do that, menu? Shoot. So let's do this. Let's make it a convertible. Or at least lower the roof. I don't know which we're going to do, but we're going to do something. Let's watch. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's perfect. It actually looks kind of cool. It looks like a chop top to some extent. What do you see from the inside? Oh my goodness, you can't see nothing. I have no idea where I'm going whatsoever. I can see just like maybe 10 feet in front of me. Oh, there's a hill. I didn't see that coming. Still drives no problem though with the crushed roof, and I'm assuming the handling is better now because the weight distribution is lower, right? That's how physics works. The weight distribution is lower, so that usually increases its handling ability. So I have improved this truck technically. Well, it depends on your definition of improved. Oh, I just did some weight loss right there. I pulled the exhaust right off. Exhaust just flew off. Did you see that thing? It just got torn off. So we're making this into a sports car very slowly. It was a truck, now it'll be a sports car. Since it's a sports car, we should do this. The little racetrack here that's actually a little more difficult than it looks, and I don't know if the truck's driving in a perfectly straight line, so it's really difficult now. That's unfortunate. Let me just get my full focus on this thing and try to do a lap. I think we're going to fall off, though, about halfway through. I'm pretty sure, because this is a big old truck, and oh my goodness, it can barely do this part. Hold on, truck. It's too heavy. It's too fat and heavy. It's not a sports car. No matter what I do, this will never be a sports car. You are a truck. You will never be a sports car. I'm sorry. But in terms of damage, I don't see anything that looks really too abnormal here. Maybe again on the back doors, they always look a little funky. But the back end doesn't look too abnormal. Front doesn't look too abnormal. So just those doors in this situation. Those doors always look a little weird. But yeah, it seems like we're doing alright. We're still driving, which is a happy sign. And I wonder how long this car will last. It's actually lasting pretty well for how beat up it is. It's doing great. Keep driving, truck. Don't give up. Uh-oh, the bed got bent and is starting to scrape. That's the end of the truck. Well, we might be able to fix this. Hold on. Nope, I can't steer. Now the front steering is busted up too. You see that? I'm trying to turn right, not left. The tire's like, I'm going left. No, I'm going right. I said right. It's busted. You need a new truck. A new shiny truck. So pretty. Don't you love it when you buy that car, get that new car smell, and then 5 seconds later, oh no! And you get a scratch on it, and you get so angry you end up flipping it over. Happens to me all the time, like every week. That's why I go through so many cars. No problems here. Tailgate is falling off though, that's not good. I'll miss you, tailgate. You know what I want to do though? I want to do a quick comparison between the V8 and the V10. Because I think the V8, since it's a diesel and all that, that would be better if there was like a trailer attachment. But since there isn't, it's just kind of counterintuitive when you see V8 and say, yes, the V8 is faster than the V10. But I think that's the for this situation that is true, because there's no trailer or anything you'll ever tow. So I want to do a quick test for that, and we're going to do it very easily. We're just going to roll the truck over here. Jeez, those doors got wrecked up. Okay, those doors don't look quite right, but the rest of the car looks alright in this case. The back doors look okay, ironically enough, but the front doors look bad. How funny is that? So we're going to get two of the same truck, though. We're just going to spawn one right here. And spawn another one right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to put them both as the what was the one we were using? I think it was the V10 all-wheel drive, right? No, that wasn't right. We're using the V8 all-wheel drive. So they should be the same, but just in case, we're going to put them both as the V10 all-wheel drive, and then we're going to put the engine as the V8 in this one. So so everything but the engine should be identical. And now we're just going to do a simple test where we go hold the gas down, and let them race. So I have the V10, just holding the gas 100% of the way, and the V8 is way beating me. V8 won. So yeah, the V8 is faster for this situation. Now if we had a trailer, probably a different story because, as like I said, it's a diesel. So it would be better suited for something like that. But we don't have a trailer. So V8 is a superior car in terms of every measurable way I can think of. Maybe it would have some off-roading benefit, I'm not positive. But for 99% of the situation, go V8. In BeamNG.drive, I should say. In real life, if you're buying a truck and you're towing things, yeah, go for a diesel V10 if there even is such a thing. Like I said, I don't think Ford has that. I just don't think that's a real thing. I'm pretty sure that's just made up. I mean, they might have it in some other vehicle, but not in the F250, right? I don't know. So let's see. I think we've done enough kind of just driving around here. And what we could do is do some off-roading, because there's a V10 off-road edition. So we could try that thing out. Maybe go through this tube real quick. The tube I never know what to do with. I'm not sure I'm supposed to dodge things or crash into things. I can never decide. So I try to dodge things and then I crash anyways. Oh well. And then the truck's upside down. Stinking tube thing. Now we're really upset. Look what happened. We should do sun gravity. Let's do sun gravity first, then we'll go somewhere else. Sun gravity's always fun. Oh, that is a beautiful looking truck. Why can't it just stay like that? No, it has to be like this big old, look at all my suspension and ground clearance and logical uses. Can't just look cool, can you? You know what? You don't need no stinking coilovers and stuff. Or whatever you have. I don't think it uses coilovers, does it? Oh, it does. Get rid of the coilovers, Europe. And get rid of the leaf springs as well. It's still sitting high. How funny. It still sits high. How about the sway bars? Will that help? Get rid of those. Get rid of shocks. The rear end still sits up. What is there? The differential, the wheels, and the brakes. it just keeps sitting somehow up there. Oh well. The front looks good. Look at that. Ooh, look at those wheels. Look at that looks funny in the front. The front actually looked kind of cool in like a stupid cool kind of way. Like, this is so illogical. It's cool. Cause this is stupid. Why would you buy a truck and do this to it? I don't know, but it's funny. Look at the wheels. Oh god, they've exploded. Oh no. I've really ruined this poor truck. Oh, poor truck. I'm sorry. You were never made for this. You were made to tow things and stuff, and here I am. You don't need a suspension. You're gonna look funny instead. It's just the poor thing. Alright, let's go ahead and let's go try to do some off-roading then. Let's go to a different map and do that. Alright, so let's go ahead and go to my favorite off-roading map. Well, let's see, let me think. Alright, let's go ahead and get the Ford F250 Super Duty, and we're going to use the V10 Off-Road Edition. And let's do a light blue color, because the colors don't exactly work right. Watch. See, it's a light blue, right? And the Ford is like, no, I am a manly truck. We don't do baby blue. And it mixes the color that it was before with that blue, and gets a kind of baby bluish looking color. Not really what I wanted. So that's why I didn't bother with the colors, because I would never get the color I'd wanted. I would just get angry, and that's no good. So we're using the V10 Off-Road Edition, though, because that's the off-road one. I could switch in the V8 and it might be technically faster. I'm not really sure about that. I mean, if it gives you the V10 by default, the V10 might have some off-roading advantages. But we're not going to necessarily do this as a logical speed. We're just going to go fast and really test the truck's suspension up. See how it can handle it. So like right there, we went so fast we fell off the road, but the truck suspension held up. That's what was important. So we're going to go recklessly fast. That is the idea. If we fall off, well, that's to be expected, so it's no surprise. I just want to see how the truck suspension does. Of course, if there's a tight turn, we have to slow down. But when the straightaways... Power! Power, power, power. Well, so far I haven't had any problems. It looks like looking like it's doing okay. Obviously, it's really hard to compare off-roading abilities when the off-roading driver is not the best driver. But I would say compared to the D-Series Off-Road Edition, probably about the same, maybe a little bit better, but not by much if it is. Feels just about the same though as the D-Series. It might be because the suspension is based off the D-Series, so that would make sense. Let's do something really stupid and reckless here. Woo! There's no way it's gonna still drive, is it? Nope, those tires aren't churning no more, they're dead. So that's, seems alright for off-roading. I don't see any problems with it, seemed to work. Now that that's done, let's just drive off the cliff. Say goodbye to the truck. Bye-bye, truck! Bye-bye! Whoa, that's weird. The whole truck stayed level. Usually the cars kind of tip forward or something. This truck is just staying perfectly level. That is weird looking. Whoa. Goodness. Look at that. The engine didn't get crushed, but everything else is crushed. And boy, is it crushed. If you told me I was a truck, I would say sure it is. I don't know. It doesn't look like a truck to me. Just looks like a destroyed vehicle. And we'll let it fall all the way down. But really, that first crash killed it. After that first crash, it was as good as gone. Poor thing. So mean. Why am I so mean to cars? I gotta calm down, man. Wrecked it all up. There are a couple of more things I want to do with the roller and stuff. We'll do that on another map, but I figured since we're here for the off-roading, we might as well do this now, huh? I mean, why not? Feels like it's taking a while to get to the bottom. I don't know why. It just feels like it's taking a while, doesn't it? I don't know. Maybe I'm just imagining it. But we're at the bottom finally. And, well, that doesn't look like a car at all. It just looks like a mangled mess. So let's get a new car. There we go. All shiny and new. And then we're going to blow it up in about 10 seconds anyways. Why do I even bother? No, really, though, why do I bother? I'm just going to destroy it anyways. Look at these. See how it stabilizes itself in the air? That is so weird. I don't know why it does that, but that is weird. I've never seen that before. Like, every other time I've done it, well, maybe it was one car that did that, and that one was like a race car with a ton of downforce and stuff. So it literally had like a wing on it. So I was like, well, that was because of the wing. This one, I don't know why it does it. That crash, though, it was about the same kind of thing where it just obliterates itself on the first crash. And yeah, it was pretty much the same exact thing because it didn't hit at a different angle. It just did the same thing where it levitated in a perfectly flat motion, which is weird. Don't know how it managed to do that. It's interesting. I really want to know what causes that. Like in the game. Because it's a truck. Why would the truck do that? A truck would be pretty front heavy. Because in the back it has a big open bed, and then the front has a big old V10 diesel engine. That ain't lightweight. What I would expect is the front end to just dip going downwards because it would, I don't know. One thing I learned from physics class is physics is weird though. Although I think what I said would still be true, but who knows. This one's at least a slightly different angle. But the crash ends up being, it looks the same again. How does that happen? It looks exactly the same. What is this nonsense? How does that, what? Oh, whatever. After this one, we'll go somewhere else. Alright, let's go ahead and head to probably Brutal Slope. I like Brutal Slope, why not? Whoop, car's in the water. Let's go to Brutal Slope then. And here we are. So let's go ahead and run this thing through the crusher first, and then we will throw it down Brutal Slope. Let's grab the truck out, and then let's say hello. We'll do roller and crusher. So roller goes first. Roller is here. Let's turn it on. We gotta turn it on first. There we go. Nice low speed so you can see the crunches. Crunch it, crunch it, crunch it. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Come on. Come on, crunch it! There we go. And that does not look good, honestly. The way it came out of that, it looks kind of ugly. Look at the glass. Ugh. So it did not fare well there. Interior looks like an explosion as well. Well, maybe that's not the interior. Maybe that's the roof. I don't know. Like I said, so that right there really shows how the car is a little bit less than ideal with its J-beam structure. Every now and then some crashes just don't look good. That one was one of them. It just looked like a mess of blah. And I know I've used that phrase before, but it's just ugh. It's gross. See if it'll look any better this time through. If it's that might be a little bit better, but not by much. It still is quite a mess of polygons in every which direction, and yeah, that's no good. So let's go ahead and not do that again. That's not a happy thing to do. Let's instead do the Crusher. Crusher might be a little bit different, maybe. I don't know. Crusher coming up. Park the truck. Crush it. Goodbye, truck. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Sorry about that. I had to cough. And then I froze physics accidentally because I wasn't sure how long it was going to take, if I should pause the video. There was silence. Then I stopped coughing eventually. So now we're okay. Now we can keep watching this thing become, well, something that doesn't really resemble a vehicle anymore, to say it truthfully. Now it is just a blob. Or a box, actually. It's a box. One of the doors got stuck up. The door fell off. That used to be a truck. Hard to imagine, huh? Just a box now. Alright, so let's go ahead and go down Brutal Slope now. Go and use the Off-Road V10 edition. What the heck? Oh. That was weird. The truck kind of just stuttered and sputtered. Stuttered and sputtered. Ah, that sounds funny. I don't know why. I like that phrase. I'm going to use it again someday. But I'll forget I did, so I'll like it again and it'll be great. Alright, let's go ahead and go down this thing and see what this truck does. Now this thing, I don't think it'll be that durable. I just don't think it'll be too durable. I think we're going to crush up really bad, like the whole bed of the truck's going to get crushed type of thing. Which happens, you know, usually. So, it shouldn't be a surprise even if that does happen. And the whole bed of the truck should just... Look at the tailgate. The tailgate collapsed. Oh, a bit better than I expected, I guess. Yeah. I mean, the bed of the truck is still sort of visible. The front of the truck is... What front of the truck? That's gone. I blew it up. There is no front of the truck anymore. Let's make it a convertible truck. Ooh, I wish I could actually... I would buy a convertible truck, you know that? You know what, scratch that. I would buy a convertible El Camino. A hardtop convertible El Camino. I would buy something stupid like that. It just sounds one of those things that just sounds so practical in its impracticality or something. It's just, it's weird enough where I could think it'd be practical. I would so buy one. But no, they never made such a thing. It'd be cool. Well, they might have. I don't know. They might have made something similar once. And if you know of one, feel free to mention it, but I don't know. Convertibles, trucks, sports car, all in one. I mean, that's like everything in one. It's amazing. Alright, how's the convertible truck? Are you okay? The front tires will not... Look at that tire. That is not good. So it won't drive well. Will it drive at all? No. And the camera is not even in convertible shape anyway, so that's no good. It does look nice and flat, though. And that turned out better than the roller, that's for sure. The way it turned out there doesn't look nearly as abnormal. So let's do one last thing, and then we'll end the video. One thing I like to do that I only sometimes do is when we go down this, we go to the ramp and then hit brake all breakers while we're in the air. I think that's always a fun thing to do. So we'll do that, and then until next time, this is WhyBeAre. I'll see ya. That truck had a lot of pieces fly off of it, huh? Alright, like I said, WhyBeAre, see ya.